Got the bloody cat on me.
Let's go.
Oh yeah, Sass, get up there. All right, so tonight, hey, watch out, sit there. So, what a way to start. We've got bloody cat.
The best.
Tonight, we've got a Miss Swaglord Savannah.
What's going on? That's me. I'm Swaglord Savannah.
Yeah. So, you're a graphic designer, you're a DJ, you do this and that, you're bits and pieces. And
yeah.
So, who are you and what do you do?
Who am I?
I say this all like every episode. It's like an icebreaker, but it's like it just works.
I would consider myself a creative.
Creative.
My friend who is, I love him to bits. His name's Blake. Shout out Blake if you're watching this.
Shout out to Blake.
He says multidisciplinary. That's what he says to describe me.
Okay.
Because I do DJing. I do illustrations. Illustrations is my passion. Mm-hmm. That is my main thing. But so I do that as well as just asking people how they want graphics that they want done as well. And besides that, I also teach at a high school.
Really?
Yeah, so
Okay.
I'm at Mercedes College and I help teach art and design there. So to teach kids how to like use Adobe Illustrator and like Photoshop and all those graphics and whatnot.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, and then when I'm not doing arts or music, I'm doing sport. I do sport. I do volleyball like full time. But
Wow.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay. So it's everything. It's a
too
bit
much.
full on then.
Yeah, and then I do studying as well, architecture. You know, just on the side. You know,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
just architecture,
Just casual.
just casually.
So then, where did you get all your like your art skills from? Like, did you just when you were younger just draw and stuff like that, and then
Yeah.
like to be able to teach at a school, you kind of got to know what you're doing, like graphically and digitally wise, kind of thing.
I was pretty
like.
blessed to get a job. Like, I just got the call. They're like, "Yo, Savannah, do you want to come back and help, like, assist us at the college?" And I was just like, "Fuck yeah, thank you so much." And I was on the phone, like, crying, like, "Oh
And so
like-
the phone call went exactly like that. Yo.
my god!" I
Yeah.
no, because I didn't know what the number was.
Mhm.
I was literally just like, "Yo," and then
Oh, really?
and then she was like, "This is Andrea," and I was just like,
Oh God.
hello, how are you? Why are you calling me? How'd you get my number?" But yeah, so they just rung me up and I got the job, and it's so rewarding
It would
because
be.
like all the kids are just like, "Oh, how do I do this, and you just feel so good, like being useful, you know, like, "Oh, these are the skills, and I'm gonna teach you now. Got to pass the baton, you know."
Yeah,
Just like a
that's-
relay. Just like a relay. But yeah,
And so how long have you been doing like illustrations and that kind of
so
stuff?
illustrations, just like drawing like by myself. My dad says like around like 4 years old, I've been like just drawing on like pads, scribbling, but I've been drawing like constantly non-stop my whole life.
Were you one of those kids that used to draw on the walls as well?
No.
No, you were good.
Oh, I remember Dad would like absolutely smack me. Dad
Really?
would just be like, "If you draw on the walls, you're never getting dessert." And I was a pretty chubby kid when I was growing up, so I fucking love dessert, eh? You know?
Yeah. So you knew what to do. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, "Don't draw on the walls if you want dessert."
Straight up.
But yeah, so literally just been drawing all the time. I love drawing people specifically.
Okay.
So I'm
That's called caricatures?
caricatures.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
So that's my style. Cartoon drawings.
Okay.
Yeah, I've done lots of like live events where like people sit down and then I just draw them. But yeah, I can send that through.
Yeah, no, definitely, yeah.
But yeah, I love drawing people. I don't know, that's like the essence of life, people, you know? So that's why I love drawing them.
So then with that, like, because I can imagine there's so many details, and like when you're drawing people, it's
Yeah.
like, it's very, you know, you don't want to stuff it up, because then when you give it to them, they're like, that's not me. Like,
Yes. When it's live, like I'm like a bit more sketchy with it because it's a bit rough around the edges, but then they know it's a sketch. It's
Okay.
not like clear, distinct lines. But when I'm given a commission, that's when I get to take my time and hone in on and be like, yeah, that's a bit right. And then I'll like look, just like compare. I'm like, yeah. But then the bad thing about drawing people, especially when they've asked you to draw themselves, is that you want to draw them a little bit nicer than they actually are sometimes, unless they're a good friend or you're doing it for free. If I'm doing it for free or doing it live, I will draw them how I see them, you know? Like, if you're a little bit chubby, I'm going to draw you a little bit chubby, you know? Like, that's just how you are. Nothing bad, nothing,
Yeah.
like,
No, it's just
that's just the human
portraying
form.
the truth, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So when it's commission, when they're paying me to draw them, I'm like, we got to make it a little bit nicer, you know? Like, but some people have just been like, no, like I've drawn it for them, and they've just been like, "Nah, I don't like the style." I'm like, "You've literally commissioned me to draw you.
Yeah.
Like, how you've seen all my work, and then you've commissioned me."
That's
So
it,
now
yeah.
I do like, I put all my watermarks over it. I do like a deposit if it's a long piece.
Yep.
But I've had a few fuck rounds with that.
Really.
Yeah.
So how many commissions have you done in total? Or like, how many times have you done caricatures?
Oh my gosh.
Too many to
Dude,
count?
I couldn't count.
Really?
Nah, because I do heaps of stuff for free, like just like with friends and whatnot. I'll just be like, "Oh, I'm gonna draw that person on the bus," and I'll just draw them on the bus and then chuck it on my story, and everyone's like, "Oh, cool drawing. Who is it? Don't know." Or
It's just that random guy at the front.
that drawing was kind of based off me a little bit.
I can see the swag.
Hey, that's how we try to portray myself.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is definitely my most favorite piece. I put that on shirts,
Okay.
and funnily
So you sell merchandise as well?
yes, I run my own small business where I
Wow.
do my
alright.
illustrations and put my artwork on the shirts. But yeah, I've been doing custom pieces for that as well. So they've been like, "Oh, can you put that on a shirt for me?" I'm like, "Yeah." So I've got my home setup, which I make at home myself with like vinyl.
Mm.
I've got like a it's called a cricket, and it's basically like a rotary cutter, and like it follows like a laser almost. So you put in the file, and then this will follow the lines. So it cuts a particular like vinyl sticker.
Okay.
And then you put that on the shirt, and then I have my heat press, and then you heat press it on, and it comes on a shirt.
So it's like full custom.
Yeah, so
t-shirts,
I'll do custom shirts as well, but the ones that I do of my own design, I get that printed at a factory, and then they send that here. But that's all done in Perth.
Is it quite profitable doing that? Because like
Not really.
yeah,
It's
because
more
that's what unless you're like a big name or
Not
like
yet.
yeah, that's it. Yeah, never know.
Yep.
Or like a company takes you under, and then they're like, okay, we'll sell it in our store or something like that.
So the t-shirts themselves are like $60 a shirt.
Okay.
Which is like, to be honest, like it's a bit pricey, but like you get what you pay for. Like it's a good
That's it.
quality shirt, and it's all locally made.
Yeah.
And
so
like I've got to.
well,
Yeah.
yes,
I got to pay for my time as well,
Yeah.
which I totally do not consider, which is bad. If you guys are starting your own business, consider you have to pay for your own time. You need to take that into account when pricing your goods and merchandise. So yeah, that's definitely a hard one. You're like, what is my worth? But then I do it off my commission rate, which is like $30 an hour.
That's not too bad though.
Yeah, it's pretty affordable. If you like want a piece of like, I don't know, your relative for like their birthday or Christmas or something, like I'll draw them up.
And
Yeah.
so do you do it mostly just off your iPad over there, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've done heaps of ones like just on paper, like at like UWA Open Day and whatnot. Like we'll have like paper set up, and I'll be like, "Yo, stand there," and then I just draw them for free. Yeah, so it'll just be for fun. Usually when it's on paper, it's for free because like you stuff up.
Yeah.
With the iPad, it's so good. You just go and it's under.
Yeah, it's the undo button. Yeah.
Yeah. But with the iPad, you got more flexibility in the sense that you can choose any color you want. You can zoom right in for details, and you can add people in, just like take from past works and put them back into a new work.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
yeah, all from the iPad. I do all of my digital work now. All computer.
So is that what you use, Procreate? Or?
I use Procreate. Yes, indeed. That is the app.
Okay.
Yeah.
I kind of thought like it'd just be like a Photoshop or something like that for the iPad, but so
Um,
Procreate, what's that all about? Is that
Procreate-
similar or?
Procreate is a raster imagery software. So raster and vector, right?
Yep.
When you zoom it up on like some of my drawings, I'll do it at a high quality, but when you look into a photo, you see pixels. Like that's raster imagery.
Okay.
Whereas like on like Illustrator, which is with Adobe, like you zoom right in, it retains the same quality.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, so different programs, but you can still do like all the same effects that you would on Photoshop with Procreate.
Okay.
It's just a different app.
Yeah.
But you can do the exact same things, but yeah, computer and iPad.
And then so who taught you how to use Procreate and then Illustrator and stuff like that?
So
or did you teach yourself?
Procreate, I taught myself.
Okay.
Like you just go on the iPad and you're like, oh, this is weird, because like it felt different because I used markers traditionally.
Yeah.
Like all throughout high school, I had like alcoholic markers, and
Alcoholic.
you know.
Yeah. I was about to
No,
say.
no.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But yeah, so they helped me like, so they put on like thin, right? And then you go over and over and it creates more depth. It creates more like shadow.
Okay.
So that's why I'd use those markers all the time. But now that I've got the iPad, I can just choose the color that's darker and put it over. So it was fun doing it in paper because it's tangible, but you can make that tangible by printing it out. So yeah, I taught myself how to do it with the
Did it
iPad.
take long to get up to the level you are now, or?
Yeah, I guess maybe like 6 months.
Okay, that's not too bad at all. And that's like
Yeah.
almost daily, or?
Oh, yeah, I'd say I pretty much draw every day
Yeah.
because it's just so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't do it if you didn't enjoy it, eh?
That's exactly it. Yeah.
I mean, that's what most of us do, eh? Like, we wouldn't DJ if we didn't enjoy it.
That's exactly it as well. Yeah. 100%.
But yeah, so the iPad, I've been drawing for like 2 years, iPad drawings.
Yep.
And yeah, like all the different effects, layers, like you can create so much with it. It's just so fun. Like you think, oh, just pen to paper, draw a line. But there's like effects like blur, and you can like make it create light. Looks like the lights above here, like just disperse. and,
Really.
like,
So like God rays kind of thing. And
yeah, like
yeah.
you can add so much to it. I could easily just give a full tutorial if I wanted to do. Podcast and Procreate tutorial.
That's it, yeah. And then so with Mercedes College, like
Yeah.
how much do you teach onto the students? Like, do you teach them how to do all the
So-
filters and effects and?
We
Everything?
don't do Procreate at this school. It's
Okay.
just Adobe Illustrator that I'm more focused on.
Yep.
So the teacher, she'll teach most of it, but then when the students like need extra help and like the teacher doesn't have time, they'll come to me
Okay.
and then they'll be like, "Oh, Sav, oh, Miss Regan."
No, really? Oh, nice.
Oh, it's so weird being called Miss Regan. I absolutely hated it because like the girls aren't that much like younger than me.
Mm.
So being called Miss Regan, I don't know, it sounds a bit weird. But
So what year are you teaching there?
all years.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Yeah, so
yep.
usually like with like the younger students, it's just like helping them about like, "Oh, Miss Regan, can you get me this?" I'm like, "Yeah, no worries." "Oh, Miss Regan, where's this? Can you help me like
Yeah.
format this
I can
file?"
imagine it would be a little bit odd if it's like year 11s and year 12s.
Yeah, with the year 11s and year 12, they're like, "Savannah, Miss Regan,
Yeah.
can you help me with this like file?" And I'm like, "Yeah, no worries. Put that in CYMK so you can do that line weight, and then all for the laser cutter." Stuff like that. It's very niche, my job. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's my day job.
It sounds pretty cool though.
It is. I feel good doing it
Yeah.
because I
It's
can
like
actually.
super rewarding in a way.
Yeah, because then you can just be like, "Oh, I've taught that kid how to do this, and now they can fully 3D print something or laser cut something."
And the thing is as well, is like you never know down the track, they might go off and actually like do really, really professional work or,
Yeah.
you know, take off and go worldwide or who knows. And like,
Exactly,
I
and then
taught
you're
that
like-
little sucker.
Exactly. I helped that little person there.
Yeah.
But
that's
I'd say that's the same with my design teacher, who's now my boss.
it. Yeah.
She taught me Illustrator, Photoshop. Like I wouldn't have known any of it if it wasn't for her.
Mm.
So yeah, mega grateful.
Was that just like one-on-one lessons or?
Like
how-
our class was really small because design was a pretty like not a popular subject. So we had like 6 girls in the class.
Wow. Okay.
So all of us got pretty good quality time with her, like how to use the programs, and she's just a wizard.
I'm pretty surprised about that though, because like if I was at high school and they were teaching that, I'd definitely do that. Like,
Yeah, I'm so like that was my favorite subject. It was my top subject.
Mm.
So if my ATAR score would have been so bad if it wasn't for ATAR design.
Oh really?
Yeah, like I think I ended up with like a 90 something for my final ATAR score for design.
Mm.
All my other subjects were like 60s, and so that just went and like
Just dragged it up,
Yeah. So thankfully.
Technical
Oh, so
drawing?
that is what I currently do in like architecture right now. Technical
So
drawings.
how long have you been doing architecture?
I'm
for?
currently in my 3rd year of
Wow.
undergrad. So I graduate this year, hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because one of my essays that I'm like, because I'm not really an English person,
Mm.
you know, I'm more of a maths person. Oh, I'd like to believe.
Yeah.
Don't test me.
Okay.
Everyone's
Alright.
like, what's the multiple of? Nope.
Yeah.
But yeah, so one of my most recent essays for architecture, I think hopefully I pass because
Mm.
like otherwise if I don't pass, I graduate next year because you can only take that unit once because architecture is another bespoke kind of small niche cohort as well.
Okay. Really?
So yeah, like
I thought
I-
it'd be quite popular as well.
there's like about 40-50 people in my whole cohort.
Really?
So everyone knows everyone in architecture, which is really good because like coming from high school, like you have such a close knit group of friends.
Mm.
Where I've heard from like other people that they don't have many friends in university, whereas I've had the complete opposite experience. Like I'd say my uni mates are like some of my best mates.
Yeah.
Because you do classes with them, you like do struggles with them, you pull all nighters with them.
Yeah.
It's a
Rock up
it's
in your PJs with the snacks and that. Right,
literally,
let's do
it's like
this.
3 a.m. and like you'll see someone, you're like, "What's up, you been? Like, how's it going?" Like, and he's just like, I haven't had lunch, and I'm like, "You want to go get food now? Macca's run." Like, hop in my car. Like,
Very nice.
it's a good vibe.
Mm.
I like nighttime, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I've been told that though. It's like when you get out of high school and you go to uni or you go to like TAFE or something like that. That's where you really meet like your close friends, that lifelong friends in a way.
It literally is such like being like 3 years from high school now.
Mm.
Like the amount of like experiences and people that I've met from high school, like leaving high school to uni, it's just crazy. Like just different people from different backgrounds. I mean, going to an all girls private Catholic school, obviously like you're a bit secluded, and then you meet boys.
Yeah.
Sorry, big laugh. And you meet like boys, for example. Like
Yeah.
I was pretty lucky because I have a brother and all of my family in Australia. are guys.
Okay.
So I grew up around boys and played sports and whatnot.
Mm.
Whereas some of my friends who just have sisters or like no siblings at all, when they got to high school, it was like a big culture shock for them.
Yeah.
They were just like,
Ew, boys.
they were literally just like, how do I talk to them? This is so weird that they're in our class.
Oh
And I
my
was
god,
like,
he's so cute. But how do I talk to him?
and I was just like, oh my gosh, like, dude, they're just a normal person. But
Yeah,
like,
that's it, yeah.
sure, it was a little bit weird having a guy in your class because you usually wouldn't. Because I've been like 6 years without any distractions, and to be honest,
Any
my parents made the
distractions?
best decision to put me in an all-girls school.
Really?
Yeah, I would have
Okay.
been so distracted. I don't know.
Is that right?
Yeah, uni's been hectic.
So many parties,
Yeah.
so many late nights.
Yeah. You know how it is.
Yeah. And so, how would you rate the architectural degree then? Like overall, like would you recommend someone thinking about doing that or getting into that pathway?
It is a very hard
Mm.
course. Like,
But I've been told like architects can make a lot of money
that's
if you do
what
it right.
I didn't even know that when I got into it. I was just like, oh my gosh, what's the degree that I can use my design skills, but also use them for good?
Mm.
Well, like I love
Use them for good.
malicious intent,
Yeah.
but like
Cut a
with,
corner here and
yeah,
there.
because I originally thought like, oh, I could just go to uni and study fine art, but then I thought to myself, you don't really need a degree to draw something cool.
That's it. It's a bit strange with that because it's like a degree like fine art or like philosophy or something like that. You don't really get a job out of it in a way. Like
And like with architecture, I get to use my creative skills and attain a job. But like architecture is cool, but it's not like what I definitely want to be, you know?
Yeah.
I used to think like, oh, I definitely want to be an architect. But now I'm like, now doing it, I'm like, this is cool. Like I could see myself doing it. That's why I'm continuing.
But that's the thing is then you can also fall back on it if something like
Exactly. Because it's like, since it's a hard degree, not many people do it. And there's pretty much jobs out there.
yeah.
Like not even for like a proper full architect, because to become an architect it takes 7 years.
7 years.
Yeah,
really?
so 3 years undergrad, 2 years postgrad, and then 2 years apprenticeship, and then you have to take your architect practical assessment, APA or something like that. Not too
Wow.
sure,
Okay.
but
so it's kind of like a law degree then as well. Like
yeah,
you
because
get
you have
past
to
the
be
bar.
fully licensed to know like building regulations,
Yeah.
safety, like shit design. You see it in like so many buildings, like
yeah,
oh my
apartments.
yeah, like, and it's just about like thoughtful design as well, like being in an apartment or like seeing like, let's just say like doors were just like this far away from each other, and like you open and like you could see like your neighbors like straight through. Like you got to think about how things are placed spatially to be smart about it. Like just like the way this room is like designed, like it's just so nice to be in. It's so open, but it's full of life. It's got things in it.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
But like, let's just say it was a cramped room with cramped things, you wouldn't feel like the way like space is made dictates how you feel.
That's it. Yeah.
So there's a lot more thought into design than people think. People are like, oh yeah, just have the kitchen like that near the TV. Bob's your uncle can watch the footy. Like that's how people like think.
yeah.
Like that's how like Dale Alcock, I think, like
Oh yeah, Dale
like,
Alcott Homes. Yeah.
yeah, like that's how they plan their houses. Like people just like say, oh, I want it this big, that wide, and they kind of advertise it as like design your own house, and you're just like,
Here we go, Dale Alcott.
and you're just like, bro, like it takes so much more effort to actually like the thought and planning. Like I didn't have that much respect for it until I actually started designing and being like, oh my gosh, all these building regulations, being like the wall has to be this thick, like the toilet has to be that far from the kitchen because of like health reasons. Like
Yep.
it's so interesting, but with constraint there's more creativity, because like if you're just given like a blank piece of paper, you just draw whatever you want. That's not fun. But if they're like,
Exactly, yeah,
all right,
yeah.
I'm going to draw a squiggle on the paper, you have to make it into something. That's more exciting. That's more fun.
Yeah, like actually having like the walls and way to actually.
Exactly. Whereas there's
Yeah.
like, oh, you got this plot of land, you have to house 3 people, but you have to follow all these laws and regulations whilst maintaining an aesthetic. So a lot of thought, but you really have to love it
Yeah.
to do architecture. But other than that, it's not for lazy people. Like if you just drop it at one point, like you could lose it all, or you just pull all-nighters like myself.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's fun. Just the friends you make, it's very close knit.
And so, like, how would you rate like the exams and like the assessments and like just the overall workload in a way?
I love it because I am very bad at English, as I've mentioned.
Yeah, you seem alright.
Talking wise, I'm great. But when it comes to going like, it's like
just the.
it's
wait
just
a
like
minute.
that doesn't make sense.
Are there a lot of essays and like writing in it?
No.
Though? Really?
Like I've had over my whole time just studying architecture, maybe had 4 essays.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, everything's visual, practical design. You have to physically create a piece of work.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so
So
if
like
you're doing-
actually like physically
Yeah.
built. That's awesome.
yeah, like
That's really
first
cool.
year of architecture was all hand drawn, and some computer programs. So we literally had to get a ruler, get a scale ruler, and start from basics, being like, this is how you draw that. That's a section. This is a plan. This is how you draw 3D. Here are the line weights of pens that you should use. Like physically drawing it first year, everything, and that would take forever.
Yeah.
Like you'd be using your razor and be like, doesn't look right. Oh my gosh, I've used the wrong pen. Scrap the whole thing. Go to
Wow.
Jackson's, get it to the art shop, and be like, oh my gosh, I've forgotten this. And you'd be like, we gotta go back. Oh no, it's closed. Like, but it's such a good like atmosphere. Like you'd talk to like the years above you and be like, how'd you do this project? And they're just like, oh, I use this, and I use like tape on my ruler so then it'd slide nicely across the paper. And you're like, oh, thank you, thanks so much.
That's awesome though.
Yeah.
Asking the years above you, just like, oh, yeah, give me some tips and like hints and tips kind of thing.
Oh, you have to talk. It's literally like so many degrees that I've heard. They're just like, they don't talk to each other and they're all on their own. They're like, oh, how do I do this?
See, when I was doing a business degree, that's how I felt about it.
I did a business unit for like, because at UWA you have to do a broadening unit.
Okay.
And I did marketing. Hate that unit.
Really?
I sucked so bad. Everyone's like, Savannah, it's such an easy unit. No, it was so bad. Like, because it was like, I don't know, just the information that you were given is just so boring. It's just like spitting. It's like spoon feeding you. It's not. Whereas this, it's like, figure it out, design something, and you're just like, how am I gonna make this space look cool but unique and different without copying a past design? So
because that would be very interesting actually, like the whole plagiarism side of it, because like
yeah, it's
you know,
pretty hard to plagiarize.
Yeah.
Because
I was thinking it's like, you know, if you copy someone's design exactly,
you're fucked.
that's it. But then like to be able to, you know, draw something different, but like, I mean, I can imagine over the years of all the projects that have been submitted,
Yeah,
you know,
there'd be some similarity.
that's exactly it.
Yeah,
But then at the same time, it's just like, you know, it's your own design, it's your own piece of work.
exactly.
So yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So architecture is hard but fun if you love designing.
And so you don't reckon that you'll potentially
I
go?
don't know.
Yeah, don't know yet.
Nah. I mean, my goal is to become a famous artist.
Oh, I see.
So,
I see.
I don't, yeah, like to be able to just draw
Mm.
as like a full-time thing and being recognized for it, that would be just a dream. I love drawing people, but I feel like my style is pretty unique in a sense. Like when someone's like, oh, who's your inspiration? I'm like, I don't know who might, like, because people have like an inspiration for artwork, for example, but I just don't know what my stuff looks like. So if someone can tell me. So this is
Example one.
probably my most famous and most controversial piece ever.
Really?
Yes,
How is it controversial?
I almost lost my job for it.
Really?
Yeah, I almost lost my job for it.
What makes it so controversial though? Because it's just 2 black swans, you know,
Yeah.
a kangaroo wearing a Borat mankini.
Yeah, so this is called Animal Party, and I drew the decks, and I was like, yeah, I know a bit of technical bit of technical stuff with that. But have you seen actually this drawing, like why it is so controversial?
No.
So it's the centerfold. So centerfold in a newspaper, for those that don't know, is like
So
usually...
just quickly as well. So what is this here?
So this right here, this beautiful piece of paper. Oh,
Yeah, if you can hold it up to the camera.
this.
So what's it called as well? I
This
found
is
that
prosh.
prosh.
This is prosh.
So up the top it actually says the premature ejaculation.
So yeah, this is the issue. It's called the premature ejaculation because this it featured an absurd amount of ejaculation jokes.
Lovely.
Yeah, come again. So that's why it was called that. And
This is what happens when you go to an all-girls school, right?
I was not the decision maker. I was
Okay.
purely a puppet.
Yeah.
But it was three of us. So Bailey, Paris, and I were all, because they were the editors and I was the designer, and we were all up late at night because we hadn't produced enough work, and it was like 4 a.m. We were wigging out. We're like, what do we put in this newspaper? And all we could say were just jokes about ejaculation and stuff, like cum jokes, and we were just like, like, it was so bad, and it got into the newspaper, and we got some very bad reviews.
Into the actual newspaper.
Yeah, like I think the Western Australian. I'm gonna out her. Her name's Jenna Clark or Jenna McClark or something.
Really?
like that.
They picked up your little gazette, like.
They looked at this and they were like, it's full of privileged teens. Look, this.
Holy
They
shit!
full on.
You're famous.
Yeah, but they don't know that I drew that.
Okay.
So people.
Jenny.
Yeah,
Fuck Jenny.
yeah, literally.
That's my motto.
So funny thing about this is that her boyfriend actually is on the front cover, Zach Kirkett. He's in the, I think, Liberal. I don't know. I'm not really too politically aware. Oh, I know enough to vote.
Yeah.
Be aware. I'm not stupid. I think. But yeah, so he was on the front cover, and obviously we made fun of him. And she has relations with him, so she wrote the most shittiest review of our charity newspaper. Like this, all of that, like, what we write, this is 100% goes to charity. Like we raised, I think in total at the end, $45,000.
Holy crap! Wow.
Yeah, so this newspaper and all of like the proceeds towards it, like our like funny content, our memes made money for charity.
That's really good though. 45 grand. That's
Yeah,
a lot of
so
money
it
for
went
charity.
to 3 different charities. So it went to like a dog shelter, like sports equipment for homeless people, not homeless people. Haircuts for homeless people.
Okay. Yeah.
And sports equipment for those of like less privileged schools. So that's where the money went to.
That's
but like,
so good though.
yeah, so not only do we get to create art, we get to create art and like good pieces for charity. Like, so you feel good like saying, oh, my funny dick drawing
Yeah.
actually made
Yeah.
someone happy.
That's
Like,
exactly it. Yeah.
so, like, that's
help
all,
put
like,
food on the table.
so
and stuff.
that would be like a main purpose in life, is to like make content that makes people happy. And like in this way, we made like actual profitable donation.
And so, what are some of the articles? And we'll go through this first.
So
and
should I do it like this? Ooh,
Yeah.
Put it up again. Yeah.
this is so bad.
then I
So,
gotta say,
like,
it's a good.
it's a good drawing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not bad at all.
Yeah.
So it says fold here.
Oh, so if you fold it.
So that's why.
Oh my god.
So that's why.
Very nice.
That's why I got in so much trouble by my dad. My dad's like, I can't believe.
you
Dad-
did this.
Dad's like, Dad loved this, so I drew Mark McGowan,
Mm.
cause like taking back the state. Yes.
Yeah.
But that middle drawing is like one that he's like. It's like, Savannah, I'm proud of you, but that, you're an idiot, Savannah. I can't believe your drawings would actually cause that.
But like I
So-
said though, like that got to the Western Australian. That's
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, pretty cool. I think
Because
Perth
some
now
Janny
as
got
well.
upset. Yeah.
Yeah, but like she only got upset because her boyfriend. We had
That's
to dig
it.
her boyfriend. She's like, I'm gonna defend her.
Yeah.
Him. Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
misgendered. Didn't mean that. But
And what did he
yeah.
even say about him? Like that's
Here's how Zach Kirkwood
Yeah.
can still win. There was no chance of him winning. Sorry, Jenna. But
oh wow.
it's, politics. Everyone's gonna
Yeah.
poke fun at it. But this, like, it's a satirical newspaper. But last year was a bit vulgar, so this year it's gonna be taken way back
Okay.
a little bit more.
Was that just like a
because-
board meeting or something? And...
Yeah, so I'm on the committee for Prosh, and like we went through it and we we're like, maybe the reason why we didn't make as much as we could have is because like of the title of the magazine newspaper itself is The Premature Ejaculation, and we sell this on the streets of Perth. So on the 17th of August, be prepared, because like maybe about 500 UWA students are going to be roaming the city and roaming like hotspots like Mount Lawley, Freo, just all around the place selling newspapers. Like, donate anything. It's charity. But yeah, it's such a good event. Like,
That's
everyone gets
awesome,
dressed
though.
up.
That's
But
really
yeah,
cool.
this year it's James Bond themed. So like a few of our like pieces will be themed around that, and like our advertising and stuff is all of that kind of theme. So last year was Space Jam, so it was really fun that way.
Okay.
But yeah, so it's just a satirical newspaper, and we're gonna make it a less crude, even though we love a dick joke or two, you know. But yeah, stuff like fun photoshops, like that says North Bridgerton. So instead of Bridgerton, I'll see that. You can't really see it. Should I put up? Let's get one.
Yeah.
So instead of a Bridgerton, North Bridgerton, and it had like Pit Vipers, Rapture nightclub, someone having
Lovely.
there's a bong. If you look really close, it's like a fun little scavenger hunt.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we got all these cool photoshops. But yeah, Prosh is so good. And
So what actually is Prosh then?
so Prosh started 91 years ago. It started off as Struss. That was the name.
Struss.
Yeah. And it was basically people just writing up funny stuff in a newspaper and then giving it out to people, and it made money for charity. And
Yeah.
they've just been continuing this tradition for years and years. So this is my 3rd year of doing it, and it's just so fun being like, oh, this funny Photoshop made someone laugh, and they've also donated money to charity. I don't know, it's just such a good idea. But yeah,
It seems like a really good like pathway as well to try and actually get involved with the paper. in a
Yeah,
way.
like at uni we have like writers' nights. We've got one coming up next week. So that's just
Okay.
at the TAV. People like come down, they all write their ideas and whatnot, and they're just like, oh, here's a prompt, maybe like draw something or like write something about that, and then people like type articles. Like there's some really funny stuff in here. So I'll leave this with you,
Okay.
and you can just look through it.
Yeah. I'm gonna say I like that.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did this one.
Oh, really?
There's a few that you're just about, that one's mine. that one's
Let's
mine."
hold it up to the camera as well.
Oh. 420 Bunnings bong. Let's go.
DIY bong kit.
Yeah. So
I mean, if Bunnings saw that, they probably wouldn't find that funny.
no. So stuff like that we could get.
Suitable for ages 3+.
So we can get sued for defamation of current businesses and people. So high political figures and stuff like that we can poke fun at, but let's just say example like Basil Zemplis, like we couldn't poke fun at him because he was he is the Lord Mayor of Perth still, hey.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So there's no way he'd let us run an event where we poke fun at him. Yeah, but like our rule in Prosh is to bring like people who are like the minorities up and bring people who are high down.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
That's all right
kind of like
then,
a
like-
Robin Hood kind of
Yeah.
take on it. But yeah, so people just come in, make cool photoshops, make the wackest articles. But it's a good read. I'd recommend it to anyone who just wants to waste some time or even just have their name in the newspaper, because everyone gets accredited or under an alias or
Yeah.
whatever they like, unless they want to be discovered or get in trouble, you know.
So how long does it take to like put this all together? Is it like
So-
a full year thing? Like,
No. So we do this so it was meant to be at the start of the year, but COVID interrupted so many things that we had to can it. But
Yeah.
usually it's at the start of the year. So it takes about like maybe 3 weeks to actually write the entire paper, because we want everything to be fresh.
Yeah.
Like there's no point having old memes
Exactly.
like
From 6 months ago. or something
exactly like
that.
let's just say like maybe at the start of the year we'd have stuff like Will Smith at the Oscars and whatnot, like that'd be in there, like of course, like it's relevant. Whereas
Yeah.
if we put that in now, everyone like, oh, that was so old. Like,
Exactly.
we
yeah.
need like
Forever
recent
ago.
stuff, and
Yeah.
now that the election's coming up, like that's gonna be in there. So, like we don't know the results of the election, so like that's gonna be cool to write about.
You have
But,
to like do like a full South Park thing.
yeah, but
Where- have you seen the South Park episode where like when the actual election results actually got released and then they actually had to like rewrite a whole episode in a day? Like it was
yeah.
they wrote it like a week before, and then when the actual results, oh shit, like we got it wrong.
And
like,
that's what I'm saying. With the constraints,
Mm.
it pushes creativity. Like with this, you're given a deadline, you're given a time frame. It's like it's getting sent off to the printer in 2 days.
Mm.
Go. And like so you have to like we've got a designer, his name's Xander, and he lays out the whole paper like on like Adobe InDesign. Like he like fully makes it look like the West Australian. And
'cause it looks so professional, honestly.
it's a professional setup. It's
Mm.
it makes we've got people that are hired, we've got people that are like dedicating their time. Like this is like all for a good cause, but it's so fun. So
Yeah.
if you're a UWA student or not, you can still come down. You can still come to Writers' Nights. You can come to Layout Weekend. That's the biggest weekend. So it's where we're on campus for 3 days straight. Like none of us like sleep. We're just like fully
Just go,
creating.
go.
Yeah, it's like an all-nighter for 3 days. It's a rager where we're all like, someone needs to write an article on ScoMo on holiday last year, going to Hawaii during the fires. Go. And then everyone's like, and then we're like reading it like, this is good. Thanks. I'll edit this.
No way.
Or it's like, Sav, I need a Photoshop of Pol Pot onto someone's head. And I'm like, okay.
So it's kind of like, you know, in Spider-Man with Jonah Jameson or whatever it is, like, nope, kind of thing.
Yeah, they're like,
Right,
oh,
yeah.
it's most of it. It's like, good, we'll keep it because
Yeah.
like, it's pretty like small, even though like lots of people get around selling it. People creating it, I would say maybe about 20 people. But yeah, so if you're passionate about writing or making, please come. We need as many people as possible to make the best paper and raise more money for charity.
It seems like such a good thing, though.
It is so good. If
like even this one, the Mark McGowan sex cult.
like literally,
Like,
there's some
I want to
shit
read
in
that,
there.
but I can't.
The amount of stuff in here like this. like,
Parking issue by bulldozing curtain.
Yeah.
Very nice.
like see how many like times we've used
Wow.
this. Like you wouldn't.
Yeah, you wouldn't come on a car.
Like why? Like
They're a cock with a sick gun. Very nice.
it was fun. Like I had to like recreate the font and stuff. Like
Mm.
yeah. But yeah, so many people are involved in it, and it's just such a good another community, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, fun times.
And
Late
so,
nights.
what else are you involved with? Like with, 'cause I mean, you've
At UWA?
yeah, UWA, yeah.
So at UWA, I'm involved in currently like 3 main ones. So I'm like on the like student council
Yep.
for architecture. So and like design kids in general. So that's ALVA. So that's architecture, landscape, and visual arts.
Okay.
So basically like student rep being like, oh yo, like if you need help, like come to the room and we can like help you with some architecture stuff. Or oh, you need somewhere to eat. We've got some Red Bulls in the fridge. Like it's just like basically helping students because like when I was there, like someone helped me, so
Yeah.
you got to pay it back the favor.
That's it. Like if you're a first year,
Like,
it
that
can
was
be
so
pretty
helpful.
scary, kind of.
Yeah,
thing.
like when I first started, I got this book called like the Fresher Guide. So first years you're called freshers, and we got a first year guide saying like, oh, this is like the programs you should use. This is how to get to your rooms, and yeah, so we redid that. I revamped it all again and made like a new one. I mean, like this is like all the rooms now. This is like good places to eat. This is walking distance. Like it's like a guide.
Yeah.
And like I was so thankful that I got that first year. So you have to pass it on.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's it. You got to help everyone. Like
Exactly.
help each other, and you
And
know.
you feel good too.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah. And then the other club I'm a part of is EMAS,
Yeah.
which stands for Electronic Music Appreciation Society, and
Yep.
that's how I got into DJing.
And so you're on the board for that as well? Or?
I'm like just a ordinary council member,
Okay,
but like
yep.
last year I was marketing director for that.
Yep.
So I like helped with graphics and whatnot for all the events.
And then oh really? Okay.
Yeah, so I've done lots of graphics works for lots of clubs at EMAS, not like at like with EMAS and Alva and Prosh, like graphics. I do heaps of graphics for clubs and whatnot.
Yeah. And so do you do it also for the curtain side of it, or just UWA?
I've been offered like some curtain like graphics. They're like, oh, can you like make a banner for us, or can you come down and draw for us? I haven't had time, but like at UW it's really close because I'm already there on campus.
Exactly. Yeah.
But no, I've been asked by them as well. Yeah.
And so diving into the DJing now. So
Yeah.
who taught you how to DJ, and how did you get into it?
So it was at uni, so open day. Like there was these guys on the decks and they're playing, and I was like, that's so sick. I fucking love music, and I just joined because I wanted to hang out with people who loved doof music, who loved drum and bass. And I was just like, yeah, we're gonna go in. We're just gonna. I didn't even think about DJing. I was just thinking about people, music. Let's go. And then they're like, oh, we're going to teach you how to DJ, guys. And I was like, oh, no, you're not. And now,
Yeah.
like, so 3 main guys from EMAS, they taught me how to DJ. So we've got like a club room with like proper club equipment decks, like CDJ mixer setup.
Nexus setup. Yeah.
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 So it's like all nice, like so good to learn on, especially being like fresh to it. And you've had these people who like DJ at clubs before teaching you. So
Who are the ones that were from the clubs?
so Only Lonely DJ, don't know if you know
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
Ben Farnan, that's his real name. Mad Dundee, so Jack Beard, he's also from Perth. He helped me DJ as well, and Julio. Julio.
Julio.
Yeah,
Oh,
Julio.
DJ Jules.
Really?
Boy.
DJ Jules?
Yeah, he's the best.
No way. I had no idea he was teaching at
DJ
EMAS.
Vinyl, eventually, but down low.
He is.
He's doing a technical drafter. He's a draftsman. He's a technical.
Are we talking about?
Yeah, Julio. DJ Jules.
No,
Nothing else out of
DJ
it.
Julio.
Oh,
It's like-
sorry.
Julio.
Oh, fuck.
But he scratches as well, so like they're
Wait.
very similar.
We'll pull him up.
Fuck.
Nah, that's not him.
Ah, that's not.
Sorry.
Nah.
God damn it.
I was
My
about to say,
boy.
damn,
He's
like,
a Julio.
he's a local
We
legend.
know Julio. He's
Yeah.
not DJ Jules.
There you
Yeah.
go. It's
Yeah.
different. But
Yeah.
he taught me heaps as well. So Julio specifically, he taught me like rhythm, drum and bass, like heavy dubstep,
Mm.
and that's stuff I absolutely froth. Like I don't know, like with that music, like my face automatically goes like oh, and like just this sound, like how can sound be illegal? Like it feels like you shouldn't be listening to this. Like in high school or anything, I'd never heard of rhythm dubstep.
Yeah.
And now, like, entering uni, you hear this for the first time. Life changing. It's just
Good old
you
rhythm.
know?
So yeah, okay,
literally
illicit's there as well.
crazy.
But yeah, so then how long did it take for you to like get your skills up, and then because you've played quite a few places, haven't you?
I've played at so many places now, which is crazy. Like I first started to get it into clubs like last year,
Mm.
like late July last year. I got my first club gig, which
Well-
is at the Ave.
At the Ave, yep.
Yeah. And from there, I've just DJed at so many different places now. And I'm like, this has happened all very fast. And I
Because
can't
you've played
believe
at FILTH as well, haven't you?
I've played at FILTH 2 times. Oh, no.
Mm.
Yeah, 2 times. And I'm playing for a 3rd time at the most upcoming show, which is the 4th of June at the Court. I'm
Oh.
opening for that. So I'm really excited for main stage.
Mhm.
So I entered their DJ comp and I got a place and I got to play at the Court in the side room. And then from that, I got to close like another gig for their Oz Day weekend one, which was at Lucy's Love Shack.
Yeah, yep.
And that was such a cool vibe. They had the Void sound system, so it was like
Mm.
such clear, crisp noise. It was like,
Yeah.
oh, and the energy. The thing is, like with like like drum and bass and rhythm and dubstep, like that kind of music, you're either completely sober or you're on something.
Mm.
Like there's no in between.
That's
Like
it,
I
yeah.
wouldn't say there's too many drunk people at like those events. It's
No.
usually like you're fully gone on drugs or fully gone on
Yeah.
like
It's
alcohol,
all just
or you're
MD.
dead
Yeah.
sober. I'm one of the dead sober DJs
Mm.
because I've DJed drunk once and that did not go well.
Oh, really?
No. That was at a uni event. So I started off DJing at like uni events, like
Mm.
uni festivals, like at EMAS.
Yep.
And then I got my first club gig last year. But I've been DJing for like 2 years now,
Okay.
probably.
And so what EMAS events were there?
Like EMAS, like Havana, and then Inferno. So there's just big.
Because
uni
wasn't
festivals.
Inferno the new take on EMAS Miami or whatever it was?
Yep.
Okay.
So
And they sell like 5,000 tickets or something, don't
yeah,
they?
it's crazy. Because
Yeah.
when I was on exec for EMAS last year, we did like we're looking through like all the numbers and all the money, but like all of it goes back into the production.
Yeah.
Like we don't
Yeah, 'cause
make
it's
a
a
profit.
lot, yeah.
Like, you do make some profit, like, but that all goes back into the club.
Mm.
So like stuff like that, like I made like the font and the graphics and the tag for all the photos, and like placed. So I did
You're
all
so
the.
involved. It's really cool.
I
Like,
did the marketing for that Inferno particularly, not the most recent Inferno though.
Mm.
Yeah, that was Sage Allen. He did all of that. But yeah, so I'm involved with that as well.
And so we were talking about
There's
this
us.
just before. Yeah, very nice. Yeah, because you got to play at Magnet House recently as well, right?
Yes, I've been DJing at Magnet since November now, or
Okay.
late October. Yeah, late October.
Really?
So I got my first gig through. I don't know if you know him. His name's Keegan.
Yeah,
Savannah.
yeah, Keegan, yeah.
Yeah, so he booked me.
Okay.
So he also booked me for Seasons as well. So through him,
And you got to play at Seasons as well.
yeah.
Wow.
There's so many places I've played now. It's crazy now. I'm just like, whoa, this is insane. Like
Mm.
when someone's like, oh, where have you played? I'm like, oh my gosh, I've actually played at quite a decent amount of clubs.
Mhm.
But yeah, I have to name them all. I'm just like, ah.
Have you played at like Jack Rabbit Slims yet?
No, I haven't.
That's a pretty cool venue. to
Yeah,
play
I've
at.
seen it. Yeah, my mates played at there
Mm.
for like D&B gigs. Oh,
How was Lucy's Love Shack as well?
it was so cool, like just the sound and like the underground aspect, and
Mm.
everyone's really close together, so it gives that boiler room vibe.
Yeah.
Have you seen like Kate Renata's like boiler room sets?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like everyone's so compact and close, but like you can't go behind, but obviously it was just really close. It was cool because everyone's like, you can hear everyone talking to you.
Yeah,
Like, yo, Swaglord! And it's just me going like, let's go.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's so interesting with Lucy's how it's actually it's undergone a change again.
Yeah, it's
Because-
different for each, I don't know, takeover, I guess, because FILTH would be just like heavy dubstep.
Well, that's the thing, because it used to be Amber.
Yeah.
But then with Amber, it's kind of ran its course and kids stopped going there and stuff like that for a while. Or people stopped
Legit.
going there. And then it turned into Lucy's. And when it turned into Lucy's, I actually did the first 8 weeks there.
No way.
I was DJing Friday and Saturday nights.
Let's go.
Rock and roll, heavy metal, that kind of stuff.
That's hard to mix.
Yeah.
I would say that's
yeah,
pretty hard to mix.
It's a lot of fun though.
Yeah, yeah.
To be honest, I find like mixing just like 4x4 beats kind of easy now. I
That's
don't,
good.
but it's just because I've done it for so long and everything.
Yeah.
But it's just insane that doing the first 8 weeks there, and then it went from like heavy rock and roll, underground, like, you know, dive bar.
Yeah.
Then it went to more indie music.
Yes, indie. That's
And
why.
then it went to like the queer scene, the LGBTQ
Yeah.
plus I and stuff like that. And now it's gone back to Amber again.
Yeah, it's really dependent on like. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's
that's
dependent
it. Yeah.
on who's hiring, I guess. Like any club can change, I reckon. But it'll still have that aspect of what it was.
Yeah.
Like the court book for FILTH, like that turns into like heavy drum and bass. And
That's
you
it.
see on Saturday and it's like freaking girly music and white girl music.
Yeah,
and then you're
Beyonce
just
and
like,
Rihanna.
but I mean, like, it's good. It's tasteful sometimes, but I couldn't play that all the time.
Yeah.
But it's good. It's
Yeah.
fun. Being like, they're all singing. Now I'm happy.
Yeah, that's it. As long as the crowd's happy and enjoying it,
Exactly.
that's what matters,
All
right?
about reading the crowd.
Yep.
But which is kind of hard.
So with your DJ skills and stuff like that, so you learnt through EMAS.
I learned through emails.
But then how did you find picking it up? Like, was it like,
I
do you play any instruments or anything like that at all? Or?
Oh, I can't claim anything.
Very
So
nice.
when I was younger, I learnt electric guitar.
Mm.
So I had that bit of like stank to it.
Yeah.
And then high school went to the flute. No.
Yeah, very nice.
But I played sport a lot, so I didn't practice enough.
Yeah.
But then when it came to DJing, I don't know, something just hit different about it, and I just practice all the time. It's just fun. Cause like not only is it for yourself, but people around you just love listening to music and then
Exactly.
creating like the new mashups and blends you create. Like I've created some like cool mashups, and I'm just like, this is so cool. Like you can create so much more with like combining 1, 2, 3 tracks together.
Yeah.
Like it's amazing. So producing is like what my next skill I'm gonna learn is.
It's
So
very full on though, producing.
I've tried a little bit, and
Yeah.
I've got a few mates that are producers, and it's insane. But I just want to give it a little go, you know, like
Yeah.
just like
Well, you never know where it could take you. Like,
yeah,
and you
like
could actually like come out with a banger, and then you could be the next Sippy or Tina Says or something like that.
yeah,
So,
and just be like, I just dabble a little, I just press boop boop, and then
yep.
I just blew up.
That's it. Yeah.
And act like I know nobody.
So what would you say like the funnest gig you've played is then?
Oh, that's such a hard question.
Well, how many gigs do you reckon you've played in total so far? Like 50, 100? 200?
I would say over 100, or maybe 100.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah,
That's
'cause
really
I've
good in the space
played-
of like a year and a half, 2 years. Like,
Yeah, space of 2 years, but club gigs I've played at a couple.
yeah, okay. Okay, so it's only a couple club gigs and then,
Yeah, lots
Yeah.
of few festivals, like just like uni festivals.
yeah, yep.
I've done quite a number of private gigs, or like just like really niche gigs, like art galleries. I've DJed a few art galleries.
You've DJed at art galleries?
Yeah,
How
like
does
uni
that
art
go?
galleries, or like
Is that, because that's obviously not rhythm then, or
no,
dubstep?
it's like chill
yeah,
house and like
ambient. Like,
yeah, like soul R&B, which I love about DJing. It's like, oh, what genre am I gonna play today?
mhm.
Which is good. Because, like, I don't know, I feel like if you play a certain genre all the time, you get sick of it.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't play cheese. I couldn't play pop music all the time. Because,
Mm.
like, that's just...
Welcome to my world. Like,
Like,
every Friday, Saturday, gimme, 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 Venga Boys.
it's like,
just
it's like, play ABBA, and I'm like, sorry, I've got the whole album. Like,
yeah, that's it.
and-
Yeah.
But now it's like, play Lude Down Under remix, and I'm just
Yeah.
like, I've got it, don't worry.
Yeah.
But, nah. Oh,
Was there a period of time when you had to play a bit of Veronica's?
that's a night ender. So like some balls that I've done,
Mhm.
like I've done it at Crown at the ball.
Really?
It's really nice there,
Okay.
but it's very big.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's cool, but just like different venues also set a different vibe, I guess, and what music you play.
That's exactly it. Yeah.
But I reckon my favorite gig had to be my first FILTH gig ever. Yep. That was so fun. Like, just the energy that I got from the room, and everyone just like, because like you're there for that music.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I'm going to this place, I'm gonna expect this kind of music. It was like,
exactly.
I'm going to hear some dirty shit tonight. And then everyone is just like head bopping with you, and you're just pulling the dirtiest backspin of all time, going like, and then it drops like dun 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 dun, dun like that.
Good old rhythm.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm very fortunate to be opening up for the most recent FILTH gig that's coming up at the court. So excited. But yeah, I can't go too heavy this one. I gotta ease them into the heavy stuff. But hey, we all start off opening, you know. Then we get to the big gigs.
Exactly. Yeah.
But yeah, Magnet has been so fun. I'm so thankful to be playing there.
What time slot do you usually do? And
It's a mix. So Keegan's good with it. Like, you're not put on every week. You're put on like every 2 or 3 weeks.
Yep.
So it keeps it like fresh. Like, because if you're put on like every week, that it becomes the novelty wears off.
Yeah.
And then you'll start playing the same stuff, and it's not as fun being like, I'm playing at Magnet, you know? Like, when I'm playing at Magnet, I'm so excited because like just the lighting and the people and just the stage, oh, it's just so good. And I play bass house there, and that's like probably one of my most favorite genres. So like playing that and like remixes, everyone just gets around it. And you can play D&B at Magnet as well. So I love the cheeky D&B.
So that's Friday then? Though?
Friday,
Yeah.
Matter.
Yeah, Matter Fridays.
So
yeah, because Saturday's more disco. I'm pretty
yeah,
sure.
which
More
is like
house.
so fun as well.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's more creative.
Yeah.
Freedom on Fridays. So come to Matter Fridays.
Yeah, because like I'm a bit of an old school kind of guy, so
Yeah.
I much preferred Capital because I was at Capital for 4 years.
No way.
Yeah.
Shit.
I was there literally every single Saturday, just hanging out, and I've played there quite a couple of times.
That's sick.
Yeah, and played at Amplify quite a bit as well, but then
Back. Yeah.
yeah, then they changed it all up, and yeah, it's now Magnet.
Yeah. Nah, Magnet's great. That's my favorite club to play at. But yeah, getting new ones.
So how is it like with the lights as well when the roof comes down and stuff like that?
So there's like a lighting technician who's basically DJing with you. Like you see him from across the room, and he's like head bopping with you, and he's like tapping the lights to do the same thing. He's listening to the music and being like seeing like the wave, like at Magnet if you've been, like it just like does that with the lights. Like it's so cool, and like the light show behind you, like it's an experience. And it's so fun playing there because it's nice and secluded.
Have you ever thought about like doing your own like graphics for it at all?
I actually am making my own currently as we speak.
Really? Very
Yeah,
nice.
so I'm currently trying to make some for FILTH if I've got time. But it's currently a fight scene where of all like of the guys I've like dated. So
Oh wow.
it's kind of like a Mortal Kombat scene where I've got like
But it hasn't got their actual heads on it though, right? Are you dragging him under the bus? Like, yeah, that's fair, yeah.
I mean, like
They break your heart,
play with
then
my
fuck
heart
them.
gonna draw
Like,
you and
yeah,
me beating you up in a scene. But yeah,
very nice.
yeah, I've got some drawings there, but
Yeah.
that's gonna be secret for now.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
Can't give it away.
That's pretty hardcore though. Like, that's pretty cool.
But it's really funny because I put on my story, right?
Yeah.
Like this guy just like on repeat going like this because
yeah.
he's gonna be fighting me in the scene, and then I had a few people like swipe up on my story. It's like, is that blah blah blah? And I was like,
no.
why do you think that? And I'm like, it looks exact. I didn't look at the pictures of them. I just because like I have a pretty good memory with when it comes to faces. So like I was just drawing him from like how I've seen him. Like what broke my heart. So like, and then everyone's just like, is that a blah blah? And I'm just like, yeah, no, yeah,
no,
no. And everyone's like, this is so cool. I'm like, oh my gosh, does it really look like him?
Yeah.
And they're like, yes.
Imagine if they go to the event as well.
Fuck 'em.
That's the best attitude to have.
I mean, it's like
They'll be like, I'm famous. I'm on the graphics. Like, oh, wait a
Literally.
minute. Oh shit, that's sad.
yeah, like you could have had all this.
That's it.
You gotta rate yourself highly, you know. Like you literally have to love yourself, you know, before you love others.
That is very true.
Yeah, that was actually inspired by like my first like proper like heartbreak. I don't know if you can tilt that, eh? That's on its side. I'm very sorry for sending you that on its side. But yeah, I've sold that on t-shirts. That was my first t-shirt design.
Really?
That one. Yeah.
That's awesome though.
Give me 2 seconds. Just keep talking.
Nah, all good. So that was my first t-shirt design. Oh, actually, you can see it.
That's pretty cool though.
Yeah.
So then,
Oh shit. That's actually, it makes so much sense now.
yeah.
Yeah.
So this design here, that was my first one. That's the first shirt I've ever done. Yeah. So that one's the one I made myself with the machine. So
Yeah.
see that one there for the camera.
And so what is this here? This is your portfolio, right?
Yeah, this is my portfolio to show to like my architecture, like networking night. And I was just like, oh, let's just chuck in the graphics. And they were like, whoa, thanks for showing us this. And I was like, yeah, no worries, because like I don't just do architecture, I do
Yeah.
like graphics as well.
Yeah, you're
It's,
actually
like,
quite
that's like
creative.
shirt for like uni clubs that I've done. So that one was Cider Man instead of Spider Man because
Drinking ciders.
yeah, so the University Engineers Club, they're pretty heavy drinkers. So
Yeah.
I did that
They
design.
sure are.
Yeah, so that's a design that I did for them. But yeah,
Mm.
that's just examples of like all the work that I've done to put on shirts and whatnot. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So yeah, exactly. So I don't care if they know that they're on my graphics because they missed out.
Yeah, they missed out on all
Yeah,
that. All this.
Exactly. So who's the loser here?
Yeah, that's it. They could have been dating, you know, a really popular DJ. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can't let it get to you.
yeah, that's it.
That's I feel like I
It's like invest. It's like knowing my Bitcoin back when it's $1.
yeah. Like you got to stay humble. You
Mm.
have to. 'Cause, like I've seen a few DJs just like think that they're top shit.
Yeah.
Like I see them walk into a club and be like, "Do you know who I am?" And I'm just like, "Oh, that's
see,
rough."
Yeah, that's it. When people are like that, you're like, yeah, you're a nobody. Like,
Yeah.
what are you talking
Like
about?
I've heard like some people say like, "Oh, this DJ is like so pretentious, like oh she's just so like mean or blah blah blah," and I'm like, "Fuck, I'd hate to be that person," you know?
I have a fair few idea of like, you know, some of the names that you
That
might,
have been dropped.
yeah.
Yeah. Or and sometimes it's the opposite. Someone's like, "Oh, this person is like such a bitch, so narcissistic," and then you meet them in person, you're like, "They're lovely."
Yeah.
Like, you're so rude.
Yeah.
Like until you've met that person, you cannot determine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's just like a book in a way.
Yeah. But and then again, like they say, you can't judge a book by its cover. But then
Yeah.
again, they pay someone to draw the cover about the book. You know.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it. Yeah.
So you gotta take it how it is. You know.
But see, that's where, like, you know, I've discussed this on multiple episodes and stuff like that, where it's late nights, it's people drinking, it's doing this, it's
people
doing
just
that.
spit shit out of their mouth.
Yeah, people slip up and they might stuff up a night. Not stuff up a night, but, you know, they might just do a
Not
bad
have a
DJ
good-
crossover or
Like
something
everyone
like that.
has
And
a bad
then-
night or a bad mix.
Exactly,
It
yeah. And
happens.
then people talk and say, oh, yeah, you should have seen it. They did this or they did that.
Yeah.
And then word spreads like wildflower. And
Yeah, and everyone's
it's-
like, "Oh yeah, blah blah is a shit mixer." I'm like, that's so rude. Like,
Yeah.
I always defend people if I know them.
Yeah.
I'd be like, or give them the benefit of the doubt. Like, you
Well, it-
can't shit on someone.
that's it. And it can be so stressful sometimes.
Exactly. You don't know what's going on.
Yeah. That's exactly it. Even on, you know, in the back end as well, what's going at home or
Exactly. So
whatever.
you just have to stay humble. You literally do. Like,
Yeah.
whenever I go up, like most times when I like DJ, most people don't actually believe that I'm the DJ, so I have to like show my roster or show a text message.
Oh, really?
Yes. Well, now that I've been played at Magnet a few times now, like a few Fridays.
Is it just the security that gives you
Like they're just like the first time I came, I was pretty nervous. So I was like, "Oh, I'm actually DJing tonight." They're like, "Proof," and I was like, "I'm not lying." And then I was like, "Show us your roster or messages." I'm like, "Oh yeah, here."
yeah.
And then I remember like walking into a club and I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm DJing." And they're like, "Oh, do you know when the DJ's getting here?" And I was like, "Oh no, I am the DJ." But yeah, sometimes you have to act like the part a little bit and being
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, like I'm here to do
You
the
gotta
job."
be the cool guy.
Yeah.
The cool girl.
It's like you gotta dress up, you gotta be presentable, you know?
Yeah.
Like that's what I also love about DJing is that I get to dress up and I love clothes. As you can tell, I've just designed clothes. Like
That's it, yeah.
but yeah, fashion is just a great way to express yourself and play with it, like, you know?
But that's it. And that's the biggest thing is that you kind of got to stand out. Like,
Yeah.
in a way, with DJing, it's not just playing music. It's also being an entertainer and being
Yeah.
entertainment.
Because if you're DJing there just with like the most bland look on your face, even if you're mixing beautifully, but
Yeah.
you're just going like,
That's it. People
no
see
one's gonna,
that.
everyone's gonna be like boring. But
Yeah,
if you're
that's it.
going like, "Yeah, let's go," and just like going like, "Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
you know?
Well, see, like a really good example is like, remember when we went to the emo punk night,
Yeah.
and then like I put on the tequila song, I was like, Damo, go get some shots of tequila.
Yeah.
So then everyone like, you know, went from like heavy rock and roll and this and that, and then tequila song comes on, they're like, what the fuck is this shit?
Yeah, and
And
everyone's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and then it's just like me and Damo just stand there with a shot. And
Let's
tequila,
go.
bang. Like, okay,
It's
he's
so
having a
good.
party. I want to have a party.
Literally, like, putting up, like, let's just say you're playing, like, basic, like, tunes that you're meant to play. They give you a brief, like, what kind of music do you want to play? And then you just put in that random song out of nowhere. Everyone's like, switch up, let's go. And
it,
then
yeah.
you bring it back.
See, I do that quite often. It's like, you know, I play the Austin Powers theme song, for
Oh,
example.
let's
Because then
go.
people just hear that and like,
Everyone's like, what the
what?
fuck?
Yeah, like, where'd this come from?
Yeah.
But it just spices things up
Exactly,
and
keeps
it makes it fun.
fresh.
Yeah.
That's why I love music, because there's so many, like, possibilities, combinations that people make. And, like, every day someone's released a remix of a new track and you're like,
Exactly.
that's going on my USB. Like, so good. Music's just great. I love music.
And so like with your collection and stuff like that, so how long have you been collecting music, and like
Damn.
do you mainly just get it off like iTunes or Beatport, or how do you get your remixes and stuff?
So, my favorite site is slider.kz.
Okay.
That's the best place for free music.
All right.
I get it for free.
Okay.
But, you gotta check the bitrate on that
Yeah,
and the
of course.
kilohertz and stuff, because if it's, like, sometimes it'll be like 128 and
Yeah.
you'll be like, fuck.
Yeah, you
like,
can't play that in clubs at
no,
all.
like, it sounds shit. Like, if it sounds quiet on your laptop, it's a bad song. So you got to be careful. But
Yeah, it just
that has almost every song, like, imaginable. It has, like, remixes and everything.
This is everything.
No, it literally is the best.
really.
It is the best. So I've just given away a big DJ thing within EMAS. Like, everyone uses.
Thank you
Slider.
very much, actually.
Yeah, no, like, it's a site. It's meant to be used. Freaking use it, and they've got a donation thing there as well. So you can pay them for their services, which I should do. But or I'll use SoundCloud with their artists. Like,
Yeah.
most artists have the free download, and they're godsends for that.
Yeah.
So, like, you're like, oh, thank you, Tazuki, free download.
Mm.
And you download it and you play it and you're like, yes. But yeah, SoundCloud has so many good remixes, but you just got to check about quality of music. But
That's it. Yeah.
through having, like, a DJ community at uni, like through EMAS, everyone shares their playlists and music. So I've got maybe like almost 10,000 songs, like,
Wow. Really.
yeah, my whole collection. So, but on my
That's
USB,
not bad. Yeah.
yeah, like, I'm always scared about running out of music. But then when I did, like, 5 hours in Albany on Saturday, I was like, no, I have enough music.
You
I'm
did 5 hours. Yeah, very nice.
yeah, you guys did like 5 hours as well. It's crazy, but I was playing straight cheese, like straight
Yeah.
hip hop cheese.
Just pop music. Yeah.
Yeah, and like, it gets tiring after a bit because you're like, oh my gosh, I have to be on beat, I have to make sure phrasing's right,
Yep.
because like, why would you cut out the song in the middle of, like, when it's about to drop, you know,
Yeah.
like when it's about to have that chorus, you got to leave it out.
That's
But
it.
then you don't know until you've DJ'd a long time to, like, know when to, like,
Yep.
take it in, take it
And
out.
so that's when it's just like reading the crowd.
Yeah,
And
reading
then
crowd
it's just
song.
knowing your music as well.
Exact. Oh, knowing your music
have to.
is the biggest tip ever. Like, I remember first DJing, and like, so many of my mates, like, they gave me all their songs, so I looked through all their songs and, like, learnt through them. But it is so hard DJing without your music.
Yeah.
You have to know the song. Like, just like when the beat kicks in, you're just like listening, like, in. Like,
Yep.
when it's something that you don't know, you're like, fuck. Like, a B2B is hard when you don't know that person's music, or you've never heard the song before. You're like,
Yeah, that's exactly
shit,
it.
do
Yeah.
I, like, filter it out? It's like the messiest thing. It's just like up tempo.
But see, that's where it comes down to practice as well.
Yeah. So
Because then it's like you can kind of pick up like, okay, there's gonna be a drop soon,
yeah.
or it's
so
gonna fade
it's
out
definitely
soon.
hard for, like, definitely new DJs now, but I've pretty much, like, got a good grasp on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And
I
so
would say
you mainly use Pioneer as well, or?
yes, Pioneer. I've had a bit of a scratch with Mishap.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
So
Shout out Jess, absolute legend.
I love you. Love you. But yeah, she actually, that's a drawing that I did for her.
Oh wow, that's really cool.
And so in that drawing, she offered me scratch lessons. So I've been learning how to scratch through her, and I've just been like, I drew for her, and I've got a T-shirt that I still need to give to her as well. But yeah, it's just such a good friendship that I've developed through DJing. Like, I saw it at Henry Summer, and I was like filming her, like, you're the best DJ ever. I want to learn how to scratch, and it happened. So I've been like practicing at home, going like because
Yeah,
okay,
scratching is very, very difficult.
so there's DJing and then there's scratching.
Yep.
Holy shit. Like that is just a whole nother realm.
Mm.
And I'm so thankful that I learned how to DJ and now I'm like learning how to scratch because those are two very separate skills.
It's the same thing with beat juggling as well.
Yes.
Because being
she
able
is
just to
amazing.
jump around.
Dude, Girl Crush is mishap
Mm.
for sure. Like
Yeah.
she's just like, how is that person so talented, pretty? Oh, she's the coolest. She's literally the coolest.
Yeah.
Like her Instagram pic, like of her like on the decks with like low angle shot. I was like, that's so gangster. Like if you could pull that photo up on her most recent Instagram, that is the coolest photo.
Mm.
Oh, just like the stank.
And
like-
I'm pretty sure she's teaching at Lab 6
She
now as
teaches
well.
at Lab 6, so she
Yeah.
was teaching me there.
Ah, okay. Oh, so
Yeah.
you've been to Lab 6 as well then?
I've been to Lab 6, but like not through Lab 6. I
Yeah,
just
yeah.
do it with her.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, that is the coolest photo ever. If you see, I commented on it. The fucking stews.
Very nice.
She is just so cool. Like, oh, that is goals. That
Mm.
is fully goals.
Oh shit, shout out to Don Massimo, a fly trap.
Oh, really?
It's Don Massimo, shout out to Don Massimo.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, she's just amazing with it.
It's DMU, isn't it?
Yeah, CMU.
Yeah, yep.
Does Fly Trap Studios, does all the hip hop and WA.
There you go.
Oh, yeah, Lucian. Yeah.
She is definitely like
She's
goals for DJing.
She's in it. She's
Mm.
in the scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Like if I had to look up to any like female DJ, it'd be her.
That's very good. That's
Yeah.
very cool.
She's
Yeah,
like the
'cause
coolest.
local legend, 100%.
She is legend.
Mm.
Oh, love her. But yeah, I wish to be as cool as her.
And so with the DJing, like, where do you want to take it? Where do you want to go? Because I mean, you're already playing at clubs and you're already doing this and that.
I
and
know,
stuff.
it's insane. I think I really want to try like make my own like mashup or track and play that at a club.
Yeah.
Just like as a goal. That's my personal like future goal for now. But literally any of the gigs that I've played so far is just amazing. Like I can't believe I've gotten to play at all these clubs like almost every weekend I'm playing now.
Yeah.
which
And
is-
even playing at Seasons as well, like the festival. Like.
Yeah, so the night I did Seasons, I went from Seasons, then I went to Filth.
Mm.
And then when I stopped and finally took a break, I had the biggest blood nose of all time.
Really?
Yeah, I was just like fully like bleeding out.
What
'Cause
from? Like.
I had been awake because I'm just like fully like moving about. I was like headbanging in Filth going like,
Mm.
and I have a weak membrane, my only flaw. Nah. And I just friggin' went. But
Just everywhere.
yeah, but I had a good like sausage and egg McMuffin after that.
Yeah,
so it was
very
good.
nice, yeah.
But like just the community that you build with DJing, it's like
Mhm.
people to stay up late with you, people that vibe the same music.
Mhm.
It's just and it's so fun. And even like my mates who don't DJ, who like come to all my gigs with me, they like know lots about DJing now because they've just been with me all the time. They're like, oh, I know when that's like a shit mix, or like Savannah, I fucking hate you. Like I can't believe you taught me all this. Now like when I go to like Coconut or like a club that they'd like go to all the time and I hear a shit mix and they're like, I heard the shit mix
Yeah,
at
that's
that
it.
club,
They pick
blah,
up
blah,
on
blah.
it. Yeah.
And they're like, oh my god, like you ruined it for me. And I'm like, I'm sorry, but now you can appreciate the good stuff, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, that's
Like,
exactly it. Yeah.
Especially like when it comes to scratching and whatnot. Like you just hear it and you're like, oh, that was so good. Like but I'm pretty happy with where I am at now for DJing. But obviously I reckon if I could play one of my own tracks, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, very
But that's
happy.
that's potentially down the track. You know, you
Yeah.
get some production done, and then
So,
see
yeah,
how
I'm
you go.
learning at uni. I'm taking a course at uni.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's like a course that you can do, like intro to like Ableton and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, and I saw this guy on TikTok. His name's like Austin Mills, and he has like this cool beat pad.
Mhm.
And ever since I saw that, I was like, oh my gosh, I want to play with the beat pad.
Was
Like,
it like a launch pad or
yeah, it's
or
called
machine
like
or?
Native
Yeah,
Instruments.
Native Instruments machine. Yep.
Yeah, yes, machine.
Yep.
Yes, you got it. And it just looks so cool, and it's like quite small, and I'm just like,
Hmm.
but like, one of my favorite artists is like K Tronada, and
Yeah.
he produces the most beautiful sounds. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
Cage
oh.
Nada's pretty damn good.
Yeah, so like that's what I want to invest in, like something cool like that. Even if it becomes like a short hobby, like whatever. Like I had
Mm.
fun with it.
Yeah, well, definitely look on like DJ buy and sell and stuff like that. Because you probably pick one up
Yes,
secondhand.
I got my
'Cause that-
first decks off DJ Buy and Sell.
What decks do you have?
I just have the DDJ 400s
Oh, really?
because I like to go to like Hen House
Yeah, yeah,
or the club room at
Okay.
EMAS to practice.
yeah, yeah.
Because I was like thinking about buying my own setup, but I
It's so expensive.
don't really like playing private gigs too often
Yeah.
because you have to lug all your gear and there's just that added stress of it's your equipment.
That's it. Yeah.
And like if something happens, like
Yeah, because you can get insurance, but it's still your
like
equipment is
whereas
out of
at a
service.
club, like you've got security protecting your gear. That's why I barely do private gigs unless it's for like a friend, like a good friend. Like
Yeah.
of course I'll do a private gig for you, like you're my mate.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, like
Might hit you up on about that. Right?
yeah, literally, like I'll do it for friends, and
Mm.
but if it's a random, like I'll often say no unless they're paying a big buck.
Yeah.
But then again, I don't really do it for the money. I do it for the vibes.
Yep. That's the best way to do it, though.
Yeah, and that's how you get to love it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, you don't want it to become your full-on job. Because sometimes, like, it feels that way. Like, oh, gotta go to my job, gotta put on makeup.
Well, see, that's actually what happened with me. Like, I love doing everything I've ever done with DJing. Like,
Yeah.
absolutely loved it. Like, you know, playing at Rock Nest, playing at clubs,
Yeah, I
playing at
saw
bars
that.
and
That's
pubs,
cool.
doing all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But the one thing I didn't really like doing was doing weddings. And the
Oh.
thing is, like, with weddings, you make so much money doing
Money.
them, but it's
draining.
so stressful, and you're
Yeah.
there the whole day,
Yep.
and you cannot stuff up. It's
their
their
wedding.
special night,
It's their fucking
and
wedding.
that's it. And being an MC as well, I hate MCing. I can sit here and talk on camera.
Yeah, but then there's
to a
like
microphone.
people, and you're like, "What's up, diggity diggity
That's
dog?"
it. You're like the toilets are that way, and yeah, we're
reception
about to do
is
the bridal entry. And, yeah, that's it. Yeah,
yeah, the wife's gonna. I meant the bride's gonna like cut the cake or whatever.
that's exactly it. Yeah, it's so full on.
Yeah, like dance now. haha.
See, now that I've started doing FIFO, then we're doing week on, week off. When I come back, it's literally just like, okay, I can pick and choose what gigs I want to do,
Yeah, hey,
and the passion's still there.
that's good.
Because literally before, like with COVID happening, I think I mentioned this before, but it kind of threw everything up in the air.
For sure.
So then I was like, okay, I need as many gigs as I can. Need to do
Yeah.
this, need to do that.
I was
Applied to a few agencies, but yeah.
COVID stuffed up so many things. I remember like so many of my gigs getting cancelled because of COVID.
Yeah.
I was like, I was so excited to play here. I
Yep.
think my most devastating time was when COVID hit and Mark McGowan closed like everything.
Yeah.
But I was pretty mad because he allowed horse racing to go on
Exactly,
the next
yeah.
day. So that was an extreme, complete double, like political, I guess. But like,
Yeah. No, it was though.
it's
Yeah.
extreme double standard to close off like the hospitality industry
Mm.
and everyone losing so much money from all of these gigs, like the setup, the equipment, the labor, that stuff you can't take back.
That's it.
And for him to just cancel all that and not even help them with like any government payout and then say, oh, but if you show your vaccination 2 days after at the races, it's okay.
Yeah.
That's just so
I'm
not
pretty sure it's because WA run, like they own
It's all the government.
races. Yeah.
yeah,
and that's
it all
it.
circles back in.
That's exactly it.
It's just so unfair because I mean, I was really upset because I was so excited to play. I was playing at Seasons as well as Origin for that one. So I was so excited.
You're playing Origin as well.
Through FILTH.
Oh,
They
wow.
had a channel for Silent Disco.
Okay.
So FILTH asked me and I was like, oh my gosh. I'm so
Yeah, that would have
excited.
been amazing.
Yeah, and another one that FILTH was meant to do was Castaway, like do
Yeah.
like Silent Disco for that. And then that got cancelled as well.
Mm-hmm.
So many things have been cancelled to COVID and it just sucks because you were like so excited to play.
That's it. It's so lame, but it's just like what happened with Breakfest as well.
Oh,
Because Breakfest kept getting bloody like
Oh,
postponed
don't
and
even get me started
postponed
about
and,
Touch Base.
and Touch Base. Yeah,
I
that
had
was a
my-
really good lineup. Excision.
Dude, imagine that
Yeah.
playing. Oh, that's something I need to get. Earplugs. My ears have
Earplugs?
been ringing bad.
Yeah.
Do you have any recommendations for earplugs? Or do
Uh,
you not? Like, because
I can
Now-
give you a recommendation, but it's not exactly legal. Like, yeah, I might as well say it. Like, back in the day when I used to go to Capital,
Yeah.
so I'd be there all night,
yeah.
like literally all night, and so after my ears would be ringing and ringing and ringing.
hmm
Vaping, bud, to be honest.
Does it?
Yeah. So like,
How?
so I just have a vape that was
Yeah.
like, it was like $400-$500, vaporizer kind of thing. And then just with that, like smoking a little bit of THC kind of thing, like,
But surely the
It's
sound
just-
would still impact your ear.
Use this.
yeah, all that, yeah.
Subiac are top notch.
They're really good.
cheap ones. I use them for work. These where are they? Yeah, like I got the $60. Yeah, these ones. I got these ones. They're
Mm.
really good. They're amazing.
Okay, I need to get some because
Get the more expensive ones. They're really good.
yeah, because I had some
Mm.
$20 ones and they just blocked out all the sound, and I need some
These
sound to
are
mix.
amazing. These are amazing for that. They literally. This is literally what musicians wear.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I guess I'm a musician.
And you can get custom ones that fit
You can
your ear
get
as well,
custom
right?
models as well. Not
Yeah.
These guys are like actual hi-fi audio. stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because my mate has like custom ones and he swears by it.
Yeah.
But I just want to try like the ones that non-custom ones because they're very expensive. I mean, hey, it's protecting your ears and you only get one set.
Yeah.
So
But see, like what I was just saying just before as well, it's kind of interesting because when I had to go and do the pre-medical for the FIFO,
yeah.
so with that, I actually went and had to do the hearing test. I haven't actually lost really any of my hearing at all.
No.
Like, I'm not even kidding. And with doing
And
that,
you've DJ'd 7 years, you said?
7 years, and then
crazy.
being at the club,
Yeah.
standing on stage for like 4 hours at a time, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And my ears would be ringing and
While
be like,
you're working.
yeah.
Fuck.
And like even playing at Scarborough Beach Bar, for example, where I have the monitor right here in my ear for 6 hours, and I've barely lost any of my hearing.
You're built different.
Medical,
Hey.
yeah.
But yeah, but like the thing is, like, I never like thought about getting earplugs or anything because I was like, oh, DJing is just like a fun little hobby. Oh my gosh, I got to play at a club.
But then
Yay.
when your ears start ringing, you're like, oh my god.
Yeah, and now
does
you're
this
like-
sound go away? Like,
Yeah, because it lasts for like a good hour.
yeah.
And I'm just
It's
like,
an hour for you.
yeah.
I had it for like a day,
Ooh.
and then it would go away after that.
All right, maybe when I get to 7 years in,
Yeah, that's it.
that's when
yeah.
I'll be like, fuck.
Yeah.
fuck.
But like I said, like I went and did the pre-medical thing,
Yeah.
and then like full on did a hearing test, and it was like, yeah, no, everything's good. Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah.
Like, are you sure? Like, I literally said like,
It's
do
crazy.
you want to do it again? Like,
Because I wouldn't think that I'd be DJing like every weekend now, like almost every weekend. Like I'm thinking about like all the gigs I got lined up. Like they'll be like, "Oh, are you free this day?" And I'm like, "No, like I've got a gig. What the heck?" Like
yeah,
it started off as just a fun, cheeky hobby with my mates, and now it's like an actual job. Like I'm getting paid now.
yeah.
Like that baffles me. Like
That's where it's such a good part-time job.
it is. I'm so thankful. It's kind of crazy. It's like teacher by day, DJ by night. It's like a very spy vibe. Because I've seen like
Very nice. Yeah.
yeah, I've seen some like my students out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and they're like, it's the weirdest feeling. So I was
Yeah.
walking home from Magnet. I'm like walking home, it's 3 a.m. and then I hear Miss Regan, and I was like,
Oh
I
shit.
must be hearing something. Whatever. And then I keep walking again. It's like Miss Regan, and I was just like, hello, what are you doing here? And she's like, I'm 18 now, and I was just like,
Oh god.
I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Are you okay? Are you safe? And she's like, yes, I'm fine. I'm like, awesome. I'll see you at school.
Yeah.
As long as you're safe and not underage, you're allowed to be there.
So what with high school? Are they turning 18 now? And then
Oh, year 12s.
Year
Like
12s.
midway. So it starts off July. That's when
Okay.
they all start turning 18.
wow.
Yeah. But then,
That's all changed.
yeah.
And then going to levers as well. Like they're all 18 at levers now.
legit. But,
That's interesting.
yeah, they can all get alcohol and whatnot.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy. But I was when I was in year 12, I was one of the first to turn 18. I was July baby.
Okay.
So everyone's like, "Oh my gosh, Sav, you can like buy me drinks," but I was too scared. I was like, "Nope, I'm gonna get caught."
Yeah.
You'd never get caught.
No, that's it. Never.
And then there's coppers watching this.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah, she was a good girl. She
I
was a
was,
good
I
girl.
Yeah, I didn't. I literally had my first drink at 18 years old. I waited because I don't know, just wanted to wait.
Yeah.
You know, quirky, you know, jokes.
That's completely fair. Like,
But I don't drink often now.
mm,
It's the last time I got drunk was like New Year's Eve.
but that's a celebration time when everyone's getting drunk.
Yeah,
So.
but then again, like since I DJ sober,
Mm.
I just don't feel like I don't know. Everyone's different. Like some people mix really good when they're drunk, and some people mix horribly.
Yeah. I find myself like if I get a little bit tipsy,
I feel like
then I
tipsy's
just
okay.
then I just don't care, and I just like I just like mix whatever. But
Yeah.
since I've been doing it for so long, it's like I just try different pieces and try and make it all work, and it just comes together.
Like when you're
But when I'm sober, though, I'm more critical. Like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do this and do that and do this.
that's how I think, I guess.
Mm.
But that added pressure. I'm always nervous before a gig, but then again, it means you care.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, you care about your gig, and that's literally the most important thing. Is
Mm.
about caring. But yeah.
And so when you said as well, like walking home after Magnet, because like we were talking about this prior, and like I
Yeah.
wanted to kind of lead into it because it's such an important thing to talk about in a way.
Yes, safety. I
Yeah.
literally have taken it for granted all this time until like I had a gig down south last weekend.
Yeah. Yeah, because I
And-
saw your story and that was shocking as all hell.
It was crazy.
So like, what actually happened? Like,
So I was walking to my car and you get the punters going like, "Oh, like, oh, you're the DJ, cool, what's up? And I'm like, oh, hey, how's it going? And they're just like, oh, good set, thanks, mate. And then you walk off because they're like bloody drunk. And but you got to be civil with them because you don't want to cause a fight. You don't want to cause a scene.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to aggravate a drunk person. So then my mate and I were like walking back to my car. We noticed that this guy's still following us. And we were like, so Cass and I were just like, fuck, like, what do we do? Because like we didn't ask security or anyone to follow us. So we walked. And then we saw like this little alleyway and we're like fuck. We just ran into the alleyway and we hid for a bit. And this guy was like waiting in the middle of this car park for us. Like he just
waiting.
So we waited like 5 minutes, but peeking behind, seeing like, has he moved yet? No. And then we're like, we can't do this all night.
Yeah.
So we walked back out and he spotted us and he was like, why the fuck were they just hiding behind the bins in this alleyway?
Yeah,
and
to
then we just like
avoid
walked
him.
out. We're just like, oh yeah. And then he was like, oh, what are you guys doing? We're like, oh, nothing, just getting stuff back there. You know how it is DJing. Like, we just made shit up. Like, you just make shit up.
Yeah.
No one cares. And then he's like still following us. And then we sprinted to our car. We're like, sprint. And this guy was following us. And
did he start running as well, or?
Yeah. And so we were like, oh my gosh, what does this guy want? And I was using my dad's car because it's way better to go like down south traveling in his car.
Yeah.
So I didn't know how to lock the car. So instead of going like instantly lock the car, I was like, oh, I was locking. Cass was like, Savannah, quick. And I got it. And as soon as I pressed it, boom, he like tugs on the door. He's like, doof, 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 doof. And I was just like, he's like, give me a lift home. And I was like, no. And he's like, come to Kick-Ons. And I was like, I don't drink. We're not going. I don't drink.
Leave me alone.
And then he's like, I've got water at my house. I'm like, I've got water at my home. Like, get away from the car.
Yeah.
And it was crazy the amount of responses that I got on my Instagram DMs saying like, are you okay? Are you safe? Is there ways that like you could have been protected? And then I really took that for granted. And now that like, since I DJ like almost every weekend now and I drive to all my gigs, I'm like a little bit like on edge now because I'm like,
it's good to be though, because you never know, like.
No, like I so took it for granted. Yeah. But we're lucky, but still like now I'm like, I actually want some kind of like method of self-defense when I know I can't take them on.
Yeah.
Like I would say I'm a pretty strong girl. Like I could take someone on.
Yeah, athletic sports star.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I could put up a fight, but if that guy was he just physically was like bigger than me, weighed heavier than me, obviously he's going to be stronger than me.
Yeah.
What do I do there? So there's got to be like a way in which like I can protect myself. So all of my mates have said pepper spray is like this probably the best option because you're far away and there's like less of a consequence than like getting like a taser or a knife. But even if you did have a taser or a knife, that's lethal.
Yeah, exactly.
Like one wrong taser in the wrong position, that person's dead.
Yeah, tasers are not fun. I've been tasered before.
You've been tasered before?
Yeah.
Tell me about that. I'm interviewing you.
Okay, so it was a house party, and then basically the little brother rocked up and had a taser from Bali, and he was like, "Yeah, look how cool I am! Like I got a taser." And I was like, "Yeah, nah, you're a little bitch." And he's like, "What? You want me to tase you?"
You're
like,
like,
"Do it." Yeah, I was like, "Do it."
Where they tase you?
No, he tasered me in the stomach.
Oof.
Yeah.
And, wait, just down to the ground?
No, it didn't drop me.
Yeah.
No, it didn't drop me at all, but I was just like, fuck, kind of thing. Like,
so it like stops you?
Yeah, it hurts a lot. Like, it hurts a lot.
Nice.
And like, it did make me yelp, but at the same time, like, being a Bali taser, I guess it might not have been too powerful or anything.
That's good.
But it makes one hell of a sound.
Really?
And especially when it hits you.
And you would hear it zap through you.
Yeah, you kind of just freeze up. Like, I did limp, but I didn't fall over though.
That's nuts.
Yeah, it was a pretty wild night.
But,
yeah.
No. But yeah, pepper spray.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like gonna suss that out.
Yeah, 100%.
Pops, if you're watching this, it's for my own protection, you know. But like, definitely, I'm now way more on edge, and I got the security guards
though,
to
walk
me
escort
home.
you, yeah.
So
because you never know.
Yeah, and like even though like it sucks, like even though like I'm a girl, you know, like I'm a woman, so like it sucks that they're the most targeted people.
Yeah, I know, and it just shouldn't be like that. Like you should just be able to be safe and walk home.
Yeah.
But I've heard so many stories of like even the car park next door to Capitol, well, next door to Magnet House.
Yeah.
Where like I think it was a friend who told me, this is a long time ago, but similar thing. Just walking back to her car. And then, like, a guy saw her and just started following her. And then got in the car, locked the doors, and he's just standing there trying to open the door. And it's like, what are these guys trying to get out of it? Like,
yeah, like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
There's some loonies out there.
There
man.
are,
Like,
yeah.
and that's, like, one bad thing. Because, like, I love to give people the benefit of the doubt. So I kind of like rose tinted glass and I'm like, everyone's good because they are until proven otherwise.
Yeah.
So I'm always like, oh no, they're friendly. That's why with that guy, I had my guard so down because I just didn't expect it to happen until he fucking tugged on my door.
Yeah.
Like, he's just being, I was like, oh, banter, just a drunk person. No, drunk person tried to get into my car.
Drunk guy in Albany who's probably an absolute lunatic loser dude.
Yeah, and I'm just like, I'm scared.
Because like, who, as I said, who even does that?
No one.
Yeah, no one
But
would do that, but except degenerates, basically.
So now I'm definitely a bit more on edge.
Yeah.
But as you should be, you shouldn't let your guard down too much, especially working as a female late night. You know, like.
Well, any female late night. Yeah.
Like, it's just
make sure you can get
scary.
home safe.
Yeah, so now I'm like gonna take like the initiative to be like, yo, Seki, please take me to
Have
my
you
car.
heard of the angel shot thing at pubs and bars at all?
No.
So the angel shot, Damo, can you pull that up if that's all right? So I'm pretty sure it's like if you... No, the angel shot. No, I've seen it in bars.
Oh, it's actually real.
Yeah, and also up north they've got it on the doors and on all the toilets up north. Even on the guys' ones, it's quite funny. Yeah.
The angel shot.
Yeah, like literally up north at all the sites have been, they've got them on the doors. And then I think it was Mustang Bar that had it on their toilet doors as well, I think.
Oh, at the tab at UWA, it's called Ask Angela. You
Yeah, Ask for
someone.
Angela. Yeah.
So it's like Ask for
That's the one
Angela.
they've got up north as well. Ask for Angela.
Cool. Yeah. But it's, I don't know, after like having that, for me, I'm just like, imagine if it was someone that couldn't defend themselves, that wasn't physically strong, you know?
Yeah.
Like, what would they do?
That's
so
it.
now I'm just like, oh, I need to have some kind of precautions and methods to keep myself safe.
Exactly. And it's really good, like the Ask for Angela thing or the angel shot has
Yeah.
been implemented in a way. Because it is like, you know, someone, I've had a bad date, I need help, get rid of him or get rid of her. Or like, I need an escort to my car.
Yeah.
Can a security guard help me out?
It's so
like,
glad that there's those initiatives in place.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Because you just never know.
no, like literally, it literally was blindsided. I was like, oh my gosh, like Cass, like we could have been in so much danger there.
Yeah.
Like, if that person was strong and fucking big,
Yeah, that's
we
it.
would've
You
been
never know. Like,
fucked.
he could have just opened the door and punched you and knocked you
we
out.
don't know.
Yeah.
So you just gotta be hell precautious, but also not too precautious because you gotta have fun.
Yeah. That's exactly it. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's crazy.
That's it. And I mean, like, doing a regional gig like that, going down to Albany, that would have been such an adventure in itself.
It was so
Other
fun.
than that part, though.
I had the best time down there. I'm definitely going back down there.
So how did you manage to get that booking as well? Did you just email the nightclub?
All of my
or?
friends, like most of my mates have DJ down there.
Okay.
One of my really good mates, his name's Ben Deacon.
Okay.
Also known as like DJ Moss.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
DJs
okay.
so many events. He's my like bestie.
Mm.
But he DJ'd there and he's like, literally just like message them. And then I was like, okay. And I name dropped him. And
Yeah.
then I was like, oh, hey guys, if you're ever in need of a DJ down there, I'm happy to travel down. A few of my mates, blah, 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 have DJ'd there. Let me know. And then he called me straight up being like, yep, it's this much. We'll pay you down for the weekend, free accommodation, and play this kind of music. They like D&B. And I was like, awesome, cool. This should be fun. And it was great fun. So can't wait to go back.
When are you going back?
He said to message me when I'm free. So probably
Okay.
like mid-June
Okay.
and late July, I'll be heading down there. So if you're in Albany, come
Yeah.
to me. But there's like so many cool things to do there. Like it's such a pretty place.
Yeah.
Have you been to Albany?
Yeah, of course, yeah. Well, I'm
Yes.
from Busselton originally.
Yes, so surely you've
yeah.
checked it down
It's
there.
very cold winter, though. But it's
Oh,
nice, though.
It was very cold when I was there. It was raining, wet, bucketing, and I'm just like, woo, Perth
And
girl
even
wearing nothing.
in summer, it can get kind of warm. But the
Yeah.
beaches are quite nice, though, so...
Yeah, I was in there summer for studying for architecture.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I lived there for 2 weeks in a hostel.
Wow, okay.
So it was crazy, but nah, I like Albany. Albany's a good vibe.
Yeah.
Like the natural aspect of it, like the water, like all the like mountains and hills.
That's it, yeah, how the hills just kind of wrap around it in
Oh,
a way.
it's in like that place in the middle, like where it's surrounded. Like that's where whales used to like give birth way back when like none of the port was there.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So
Did you
really
see
cool.
Dog Rock as well?
I did see Dog
yeah,
Rock.
yeah.
Oh,
Then
yeah,
you
Dog
look up
Rock.
Dog Rock Damo.
Yeah.
That's a bloody Western
up the
Australian
picture.
treasure.
They're like, where'd you go to Albany? Yeah, Dog Rock.
Yeah,
Like,
it's an icon.
but yeah, it's such a good place, and
Yeah.
my favorite place ever.
Good old Dog Rock. There you go, 1937, still there.
It's crazy,
Yeah,
but
in
the-
Albany.
My
I
literally
remember
favorite
going there when I
place.
was a kid, and it was like, yeah, we got to go see Dog Rock, and I was like, is that it? Like,
Nah, that's
no.
nothing. Like it does resemble a dog, but like
Yeah,
anything can kind of resemble what you think it is.
that's exactly it. Yeah.
But
Have you ever been to Wave Rock at all?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool as well. Amazing. Oh,
Yeah.
nature's just amazing,
Yeah.
eh?
But once again, it's like you go there, and it's like, yeah, this is cool, and like, do we spend an
novelty.
hour here, 2 hours here?
You get a few quick pics and then you fuck off.
That's it. You spend like 20
But
minutes,
we are
30 minutes.
so blessed in Western Australia to have so many beautiful places.
Did
to
you
go
know last year there was a rave at Wave Rock? And apparently,
What?
yeah, apparently it's like the way they set it up is like somehow in the actual curve of the
Yeah,
wave.
the lights would be so cool off that.
Yep. And all the
Oh.
bush around and everything like that.
Oh, it hit different. Like what
Yeah.
happened to Rome Festival? Like that was
Rome
gonna
Festival?
be
Oh,
in
right.
Pinjarra.
Right?
That cancelled because of COVID.
Yeah.
COVID, they had to shut down.
That was ROAM Festival,
Yeah.
right? Yep. Okay.
But yeah,
I
in
can't remember who was
Albany-
on the lineup for that. Oh, that was in Albany as well.
No, not in Albany. That was in Pinjarra. But
Oh,
in Albany,
Pinjarra, yeah.
there's these really cool water tanks.
Oh, yeah, Rome. And they were going to get... That was a huge lineup, wasn't that?
Yeah, Mishap was gonna play there.
Yeah. Yeah, Shock 1 and they had Sub Focus and stuff, didn't
Yep.
they?
It was
Yeah.
an insane lineup. They had Netski as well, I'm pretty sure. Don't know.
They did. Well, this is this year's lineup, unfortunately. So
But yeah, I reckon if you're a festival, like party place manager, event organizer, there's these beautiful water tanks in Albany that are covered in graffiti,
Okay.
and the sound in there echoes with just the littlest sound. Like that would be the best place to host a rave. Like if I had to host a rave, it'd be there. Like literally, I will drive 5 hours just to go there. I don't know if you can see it. I don't know. I don't know if there's any pictures of like the actual water tanks in Albany, but they're covered in graffiti. Me and my mate did some cheeky graffiti.
Yeah. Very nice.
I mean, you had to.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
come
it. You
on,
see, it's like,
artists,
gotta
a
contribute.
wall.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But
You gotta
yeah,
tag
it's-
it up a bit.
yeah, like we got some spray cans and we were just like having fun, making cool art. But yeah, that's definitely the spot to have a huge rave.
Mm.
But yeah.
So we've only got about 5 minutes left. Oh, we're actually a little bit over. I'm
Oh my
pretty
gosh,
sure.
we
Yeah.
talk too much.
Yeah. So where can everyone find you?
So
Like on your socials and stuff
my
like that.
social
and then...
media, my Instagram is at Swaglord Savannah.
Mm.
And
I didn't ask. Where did the name called Swaglord come from?
Swaglord came from school.
Okay.
So there was 2 Savannahs in my high school, and we were both in the same year group. We both played netball. We both had brown hair. So whenever someone said Sav, like we'd both go.
Yep.
And then one of my mates, Bella, she just said swag. And I was like, okay, cool. So she'd just be like, Swaggy Sav or swag. And then it just like stuck. Like, because swag, Sav, they sound different, but they're kind of similar.
Yeah.
And then it was like, you got something, you got a little bit of swag. And I'm like, oh, thanks, girl. And then, I don't know, as soon as I left high school, I just didn't really care about what people thought. And I was like, fuck it, we're just going to have the most cringiest name ever. Let's just call ourselves Swaglord Savannah as an absolute piss take. Like, all my Instagram posts, I used to have the cringiest captions. I think, like, if you go back to year 10 on, like, my photos on Instagram, hashtag swag is almost on every one of my posts since year 10.
Nice.
Just for the meme.
Yeah.
Just for the piss. And then it stuck when EMAS event, everyone's like, what do you want your DJ name to be? And I was like, I can't just be DJ Savannah. And I was like, fuck it, let's make my Instagram name Swaglord. And then that stuck, and now it's my artist name, it's my business name.
It's a good name. It's pretty cool. Yeah.
But like, it is literally all about a name. Like, people aren't gonna remember me for Savannah Regan. They're gonna remember the name Swaglord or Swaglord Savannah.
That's
like,
it. Yeah.
it's
And like
short,
on a bill, like that is memorable in a way.
but like,
Because who else do you know that's called Swaglord? Like,
Exactly.
yeah, no one. Like,
you got to put yourself out there, and you got to set yourself apart, because in a world full of people that are doing the same shit as you got to stand out a little bit.
that's it.
Yeah.
That's
So
exactly
that's
it.
how my name came about.
So let's jump back. So where can people find you again?
So people can find me at my Instagram username at Swaglord Savannah. And usually I'm playing at Magnet on Fridays and the occasional Sunday sesh at Ave. But I've been mostly getting gigs with FILTH. So they do gigs like probably every couple months or weeks. So I'm often almost booked for that. So yeah, really excited. But yeah, they can also find me at UWA. Come say hi.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just roaming about in Northbridge, and now I'm in Freo. So I've got a few Freo gigs. So yeah.
That's
all
at
that.
Hugo's, right?
Hugo's. I played at Metro's a few weeks ago. So yeah.
Yeah.
Exciting things.
Metro's, what gig was that for? Filth again, or?
It was for Medis Fest.
Oh, Medis
So
Fest.
Endorse, Nick. He booked
Okay.
me for that one
Okay.
with my mate Henry. So we played opening for that. It was so fun.
Yeah. That...
3,000 setup. CDJ 3000s. Beautiful. Maybe a bit too beautiful.
Yeah, is that right?
Give a shout out to the comments.
Yeah, there we go.
No way. Oh,
Oh yeah, there
love
we go.
you guys. As if
Good
they
old
would-
Beck, yeah.
Oh, g'day from Texas. I love a Texan accent. Long live Prosh, eat the rich. Hell yes. That is
And
so fucking
just
good.
before we go, because now you started the Texan accent, can we do the Cortana?
Cortana? What's that?
Oh no, Cortana Siri. Sorry.
Siri?
Yeah. Yeah, I got
So,
it mixed up with the Microsoft
My Siri
one.
impression is pretty scary, my friend.
Yeah, it's amazing.
So what sentence should I say?
Damo, help me out. What should you say?
I
What
always...
would your parents think if they knew you were looking it up?
That's so good. So I always start off with, I'm Siri, your virtual assistant. What would your parents say if you looked that up? Or like, what's the other one? Sorry, I didn't quite get that. Just
That's so spot on, though. It's so
thanks, man.
good.
It's like such a vast difference from like my Siri voice and then straight to that.
Yeah.
Like my Aussie accent and then boom,
Yeah.
you hear that.
Yeah.
And like on the call, just being like, sorry, Savannah is not available to take your call. Please leave a message after the beep.
I can imagine you could easily prank people with that. Someone
Oh.
calls you, and you just be like, "I'm not
have.
actually here." Yeah, you
It's
have.
so good.
Yeah.
I'm just like, sorry, Savannah, couldn't get to the phone right now. Please leave a message after the beep.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah, so it's pretty fun.
Mm.
But yeah, love my mate's voicemail is that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my
Yeah.
cheeky skill.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on.
Nah, no worries. Thanks for having
Yeah,
me.
This has
Thanks for
been a
having
great episode as well.
Oh.
There's so much information about architecture, graphic design, and then I can't even believe this magazine either.
Yeah,
or
and
the
that is
newspaper.
yours to keep.
Yeah,
that's my final
awesome.
plug. Prosh,
Yeah.
please, memes for charity, content for charity, and you're doing a good job by making good content, and you feel good.
Yeah.
Yep, and this is yours to keep. Feel inspired, and maybe you can write for Prosh too.
Oh, I'm pretty bad at English, but
It's okay. Everything can be salvageable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna like frame this and put this somewhere.
Let's go.
Like, just like somewhere on the wall.
Surely,
somewhere.
oh, I'd be honoured.
But yeah, thank you so much for coming on.
Nah, no worries.
And then yeah, thank you, Damo, as well. Like you've been really good tonight. Like
Yeah, you've been speedy on that. You've been
yeah, so quick. Just pulling everything
Damo
up
with
straight
the
away.
digits. You know
Yeah,
how he
that's it.
is. Ayo.
And then yeah, we'll probably see you guys in a fortnight when I'm back, and we'll try and line up 2 or 3 episodes. So and get back into it.
Let's go.
That's it. Got to pump them out.
Exactly.
Because I mean, episode 119.
That's crazy, man.
It's quite a few.
COVID-19.
Yep. That's it. All right. Well. All right. We'll see you guys in a fortnight then. 14 days.
Watch the Infra-Red podcast.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Anytime.
All right. Catch you guys.
See ya.